everybody, welcome back to Life with Amy. So we got all our errands done. We were actually home, almost home at about 11:30. So it was just a little after 11:30 when we got back. And the house smells so good when we came in. My soup is so good. I tasted it. It's very hot. So I've got it turned off. It's very good. The only thing I'm going to add to it when I get ready to eat it is some salt, because it just needed a little bit of salt. But remember, Matt said he doesn't remember having soup and peanut butter sandwiches, but he said he didn't pay attention. But they always serve these peanut butter sandwiches with the vegetable soup, and they were so good, but they had a sweetness to them. So I went on the internet trying to Google what they use to make those peanut butter sandwiches, and I got two. I kept finding the same two answers. One was honey and peanut butter, and then one was, and I'd never heard, I always assumed maybe it was honey, but honey to me, I can always smell honey. I don't remember smelling anything, because I'm not a big honey person. But the other thing that a lot of people were suggesting, and some people were saying, well, my so-and-so worked in a cafeteria, and this is what they used, Caro syrup. So I'm going to do mine with the Caro syrup today and see if I like it. But then some of them were talking about government peanut butter that the schools got or something. So it may have just been that particular peanut butter, but it had a sweetness to it. And it was so good. I didn't eat my vegetables back then the way I should have. So I didn't get excited over the soup part, but I loved the peanut butter sandwich. So I Googled and found this was kind of the gist of how they made it. You need, I wrote it down here, 1/4 cup of soft butter. So I've got my butter in here. It's not melted, it's just softened. And then you need 1 cup of smooth peanut butter, or creamy, but I like the crunchy, so I'm going to make it the way I kind of like it. I prefer a crunchy peanut butter. I've got the smooth, but I'm doing it crunchy today. And then I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of the Caro syrup. And we're going to see if this peanut butter sandwich is as good as it was in school. So I don't know if y'all remember having soup and peanut butter sandwiches where you went to school, but I sure do. So we're just going to mix this together. So it's just 1 cup of peanut butter. Calls for creamy. I'm using crunchy. No, wait. It's 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of honey or Caro syrup. I put 1/4 cup. I don't think I want mine that sweet, but I'm just going to do the 1/4 cup. I can't imagine putting 1 cup of honey or 1 cup of Caro syrup in here. So we're just going to do the 1/4 cup. And we're going to see how it turns out. So I'm mixing in the butter and the Caro syrup. And I'm going to taste it. And if I think I need to add a little more of the Caro syrup, I will. Because I don't want it to be too sweet. Since I've never tried this, I don't want to ruin it. All right. Let me get me just a little taste of it real quick and see. Pretty good. Pretty good, but let's do a little bit more. I also remember, if any of y'all know anybody that worked in a cafeteria that could solve this puzzle, this is really good though. I would have never ever thought to try it with Caro syrup. Okay, so I'm going to just do about that much. I did maybe about almost 1/2 cup of the Caro. And Mama was saying, well, she said, I loved them too. And see, she was going to school way before I was going to school. And I remember it from the 70s. So it's been around. Okay. So she thought maybe that they used the dark Karo syrup. And I said, but that would have made the peanut butter look darker, wouldn't it? Then she thought, well, maybe it was dates. And I said, but you would have seen dates in there. So we're going to try this and see how it turns out. So let me dish up some of this soup. Okay. And I'll bring y'all over in a little bit and let you see the soup. But it looks yummy. I could break up most of my meat, you know, it just kind of cooks so soft that you can just barely touch it and it falls apart. But here we go. All the corn, and y'all can go back and watch the video from earlier where I made this. You can take things out if you don't like it in your vegetable soup. You can add more to it if you prefer. So I'm just going to put some more salt in mine. This is, I don't think y'all can see that. I'll bring you over to the pot. Some salt in mine. And I'll sit it down here. Maybe y'all can see it that way a little bit better. And then I've just got some regular old sandwich bread. And I'll just spread that on. There you go. Let me get a knife and cut that. And I think in school we just got it straight down the middle. We didn't get that fancy diagonal cut. So I'll do mine like this. Alright, here we go. That's what the peanut butter and Karo syrup sandwich looks like. Let's taste it. Y'all, that is good. Let me grab a spoon here. I think that might be it. And I didn't put the full cup. But here is the soup. Here's some of the meat. I'm trying to keep this hot. Y'all, this bowl is hot. And the corn and the peas. Woo, it's a hot bowl. All right. Well, I'm going to say, for me, because I prefer, because Karo syrup, some honeys I can smell, and I don't like the smell of some of the honeys. I don't smell this, but it is good. I'm going to say that this is, if it's not what they used, it is a close second to it. So this is going to be my supper tonight. Matt's in there getting ready to watch some football, so it's still kind of quiet around here. It'll get noisy. I think, Matt, does Marshall play at 5? At 5. And Clemson at 7:30?
Yeah, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I think.
Kickoff's 8 o'clock. And y'all, did y'all see that Marshall game last week? They beat Notre Dame. Can you believe it? It was a good game. I haven't been watching football, but I got into that Marshall game. And Matt was so happy that they won. So, unfortunately, Matt can't have any of this right now. But I'm going to give the Karo syrup and the peanut butter and the butter 2 thumbs up. I think it's delicious. It is very similar, if not the same ingredients they used back then. But it's a close second. The soup is just a basic vegetable beef soup. It is very good. Very yummy. All the little veggies in there and the LeSueur peas. The little tiny LeSueur pea. Anyway, I'm going to go eat this. This is going to be my supper. And I thank y'all so much for watching our Super Saturday. And I'll bring y'all closer in just a minute to see the soup here. But thank y'all for watching. And I got to pull out my bay leaves too. I still got a couple of bay leaves floating around in there. All right. Y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. And I hope your teams win unless they're playing Matt's teams. Thanks for watching. Okay, here is our vegetable soup.